again, there we had problems with the environmental permits. And that was the third case that we worked with the municipality of Milias, especially for the use of the illegal dump site. Since there were thoughts that or concerns from the local municipality there that what were our actual intentions. Nevertheless, we persuaded them that it was only for the use of photovoltaic and nothing more. And actually, the project is right now, it's a 2 megawatt project, and it's midway of the installation. The license we got in May of 2010, the permit, and the installation license that followed after that, we got it in end of June of 2010. The construction started in 20th of July of 2010. So right now it's midway, and it's a 2 megawatt project, free field installation on a fixed basis. So as I get the second project that we said there was in Ptolemaida, Greece, in northern Greece. It's a free field installation. This is a few details for you to understand what kind of material was used and what kind of components. In all our projects, especially in the free field, in the waste dump, in the two examples of waste dump areas, especially in the 2 megawatt in the middle project in the contaminated area of the North Greece in Ptolemaida, we tried not to use concrete. We only go with ramming foundations, so the land can be hopefully restored after 20 years or so of use. Obviously, in the first case, it was a little bit difficult due to the instability of the ground. There was a lot of earth fields there, and the statics were not so good with the use of the ramming technology, so we had to use, unfortunately, concrete. And finally, there was another project in a hilltop in close of our Volos, about half an hour away. And especially one of the two sites, it's two projects. One is 100, but next to each other, and the other one 150 kilowatt on a one-axis tracking system. And again, especially for the 150 kilowatt, that was many years used as the illegal dump site. This was on a hilltop in close to Volos, and this area was covered by the owner actually, and then made all the earthworks in order to it's the low left corner here, where you can see actually a little bit the ground situation. A lot of earthworks were done and to make fields of about 5 meters earth fields. So our company finally is also doing a few social responsibility projects on a yearly basis with as a charity to SOS and local municipality here also in Volos, municipality of Volos, on integration of building for, it's a learning center for youth. So basically our company with the municipality of Milias has, and I think most of our projects in the future will be on mostly illegal dump sites. This is the most easy for us to license for the environmental permits, and these are the most often found sites in Greece, with very low cost due to no other interest of use for either the owners or other municipalities. And this has been actually very interesting for us, let's say, learning until now, because it never crossed our mind that we can actually use this kind of areas. So actually, we did learn as a company that these areas can be used for photovoltaic installations. So we're looking forward to future projects in this case.
Right. So it seems to me that there's some good news going on in Greece because, as you said, there has been some main changes in new legislation. For example, the fact that you are free from any kind of certification under 1 megawatt, and you are also discussing about giving public consultancy for change for protected areas, as for the area of the mountain of Pilion.
Yes.
Most of all, we have seen also the tariffs, and it's very interesting to see what is going to happen in the 6 months until February 2011. And it's very interesting to know for our project that public administrations and marginal areas have the priority in the list for the authorizations. According to your presentation, it seems that 2 scenarios open. One is the one about the waste dumps, and of course you can think that in a waste dump you can think about an installation that goes beyond the usual 20 years. For example, in waste dumps we did a study in Italy that regards the facts of keeping there the infrastructure for the photovoltaic plant, and thinking of an even more longer period of time, for example 100 years. It's not aventuristic, because actually when the technology will change you can keep the foundation and the grid connection and just substitute the technology, maybe with little cost and expense. This of course because a kind of marginal area like a waste dump will probably not have another kind of possible use for years and years to come.
Yes.
So that could be also something interesting to propose to a municipality, and to be sold also to the public community that lives upon that and around that waste dump. Another kind of scenario is interesting, you being a member of the IENE association, because we have been thinking a lot about the Southeast Europe area, and especially because of all its infinite potential in terms of areas like brownfields or former military sites.
Mm-hmm.
And this is why I would like to pass the word and the ground to the representative from Slovakia for her presentation about the Slovakian conditions and the projects that your company is carrying on in Slovakia.
Sorry, only an additional question. When you make an investment in a non-authorized illegal dump, authority will ask you after 20 years to restore the dump, or
No, the authorities' main concern is that we will not continue using as a dump area, because they're giving to us a very strong paper, which is the environmental permit for something that is really not so environmental there, or existing at the point before we get started, before the installation and the restoration of the land. However, with the municipality of Milias, the difference is that it's most of these sites that are planning to be used now with a new law that will also allow in protected areas such as traditional settlements, is that most of these are owned by the municipality but illegally used either by local people to dump garbage or whatever. So the idea is now with the new unification of the municipalities that will happen in coming November, after that to make applications in such areas. And since we got started with the municipality of Milias, another municipality expressed an interest to utilize such areas. One is the waste dump areas, and the other one is where they, I don't know the word is, where they excavate the mountain to take the rock out. Quarries, yes. So there are we had seen 4 sites like that that could be possibly used for photovoltaic installations.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I hope I did not take too much of your time.
Okay.